so-called stupid rich men of Italian football. Angelo Moratti, president of city rivals Inter, was another. They were accused of having more money than sense, but when Moratti brought in Helenio Herrera as coach, it was one of his shrewdest moves. Herrera proved to be one of the world's most innovative and single-minded coaches.
È difficile arrivare alla vetta, ma è anche molto più difficile mantenersi. Giustamente i nostri nemici erano arrabbiati non solo dei successi che abbiamo, ma che eravamo sempre alla vetta. Per esempio la Juve, il Bologna, il Milan, la Roma, su, giù. Invece noi sempre là, e ci promettiamo, mentre io allenerò l'Inter, voglio che l'Inter rimanga alla vetta sempre.
Herrera is widely credited with introducing catenaccio into the lexicon of football. Pressure to get results was behind this no-risk style of football. Inter became symbolic of the principle that a 1-0 win, with a goal scored on the counter-attack, was the ideal result.
Quando parlano che l'Inter era famosa per il catenaccio, commettono un grave errore, perché quell'Inter non era solamente brava in difesa e nel contropiede. È vero che nelle partite, soprattutto quelle che giocavamo in campo esterno, la squadra preferiva stare coperta, perché poi possedeva dei giocatori che avevano una grande velocità e quindi sviluppavano contropiede che li portava a raggiungere risultati. Però nelle partite interne o durante la stessa partita fuori casa, quando era necessario, la squadra sapeva imporre il gioco, attaccare, fare pressing.
Having beaten Real Madrid in the 1964 European Cup final, Inter retained their title the following year against Benfica in their San Siro stadium. The result? 1-0. Winning was everything for Angelo Moratti, no matter what the cost. In 1964, in response to the stupid rich men ethos of club owners, the Italian Federation banned clubs from signing expensive foreign imports. The idea was to promote talent from within to help the Italian national team. Since winning the 1938 World Cup, Italy had suffered a succession of embarrassing defeats. In 1968, the ban on foreigners looked to have paid early dividends in the final of the European Championship against Yugoslavia.
La vittoria agli europei del 68 per l'Italia è stato veramente di grande importanza, perché da 30 anni l'Italia non riusciva più a vincere, non solo a vincere una competizione europea mondiale, ma non riusciva mai neanche a qualificarsi per una competizione così importante. Quindi l'aver vinto quella Coppa d'Europa diede la certezza, la consapevolezza al calcio italiano di essere ritornato nelle prime squadre d'Europa e del mondo.
Iedereen keek in die tijd naar Italië en naar Spanje, naar de grote landen. Daar keek iedereen tegenop, naar de grote mensen, Rivero, Di Stefano. En op het moment dat een ander land, een club uit een ander land, de Europa Cup wint, denk ik dat iedereen daardoor uit die landen meer zelfvertrouwen krijgt dat zij het ook kunnen winnen. En ik denk dat dat het allerbelangrijkste geweest is. Zelfvertrouwen in voetballen. En zeker bij de noordelijke landen was heel belangrijk op dat moment.
There is no one point when it can be said that football in Northern Europe became more powerful than in the South. But England's victory in the 1966 World Cup was the symbolic start of this shift in power. For the inventors of the game, this marked their return to the status of superpower.
I would like to have won it outside England, maybe, but it didn't matter. We beat the best on our own pitch. I think we'd have beaten them wherever we were. We were the best team in the world at that particular time. There isn't a day ever goes past that nobody mentions the World Cup to me in '66. Even little lads now come to me. You know, what was it like in the World Cup, Bobby? You know, what was it like winning the World Cup final? And it's history. It's part of our history. The greatest moment in English sport, I think, without any question.
"12 months later, an unlikely group of lads from Scotland made European Cup history. Celtic were not a team of international stars. All 11 players were born within 20 miles of the ground in the East End of Glasgow.
At dawn on Sunday, the Celticade of cars and buses started the long drive to Lisbon.
Inter, Italy's millionaires, against the unknown Celtic. It looked about as one-sided a contest as you could get.
And we were looking, we were dwarfs. They thought there must have been a circus act when they seen me and Bobby Lennox, Ronnie Simpson, no teeth. Ronnie had no teeth at all. He used to put both teeth into the back of his bonnet and keep them the right-hand side. And we looked at these guys and were saying, my God, a film star, the amber solaire, the teeth, they're gleaming. I said, oh, we're on to a doing here, eh? Oh, come on. It was to be reversed, wasn't it?
Celtic's victory over Inter changed the nature of European club football. Force of personality had triumphed over stiff tactical systems.
Billy McNeil and his magnificent men earned the thanks and admiration of their native Glasgow, Scotland, and the whole United Kingdom.
Jock Stein was the sole instrumental in it. I couldn't put words to it. Because, I mean, people talk about Jock Stein as being the greatest manager ever. And the greatest manager ever for what? Jock Stein was the greatest manager simply because he knew just exactly what he wanted out of each and every one of us.
Another coach in the mould of Stein was Manchester United's Matt Busby. 10 years after the Munich air crash, he had built another championship-winning team that was to follow in the footsteps of Celtic.
Here we are in Wembley in the final, and obviously we're all in good heart, and I feel that we have the great opportunity of winning the European Cup for the first time for an English club anyway.
They faced Benfica.
The Busby boys seemed fired with a new enthusiasm and stormed into the attack. Watch this fantastic goal. But where United finished, not on your life. Bobby Charlton made it 4-1. Manchester United had well and truly done it. They were supreme soccer champions of Europe. At last, Matt Busby, the maestro of Manchester United, had groomed a team great enough to beat Europe's best. He was king of soccer. His wonderful 11 men were all princes.
If there's such a thing as a godfather, Sir Matt was it. But and it was nice as well because there were so many great managers around. You know, Bill Shankly was around. He was a friend of Sir Matt's. Jock Stein was around. He was also a close friend, and people like Don Revie.